I'm on Bitcoin, so this is my entry. And let's move to ETH. So I got 3 days on ETH. So if you guys can see, I still got the harmonic pattern around here. That at least gonna be feel like half of it, which is around 2.8. So this is like this is my ETH from October. Like this is the start of Solana pump. So I've been buying like ETH, Solana Link, and a lot of things since October. So and ETH has been playing in this range, since 15 June. Yeah. So this is 3 days. If you guys can see here, like pivot and then reject it, go up, reject it, and once again. So I think the next time we try to hit this trend, so I think we're gonna break. Why? Because like look at this trend line. We got a super around here, and yesterday no, hold on. So this one, yep. I think this is a fake out, and then I think we can get back in, and the next time I think we can break this trend line around here, and that's it for it. And all right, let's move my top gainer first. I'm gonna pick the Say. All right, I think Say is done, so I don't think Say will perform that much anymore. And okay, I got like 200. So I think I've been sharing this from a month ago. So Say is done, and I think Say is gonna like sideways from now, and then like let the others to move. So Say is done, and Arbitrum is the Arbitrum still can. So if you guys see here on Say, okay, we can see it clearly on the weekly. Sorry, 3 days. Like I call this like the unperfect cup and handle, the U, the W, a U, sorry. And look at this, Arbitrum got the U2. So yeah, I got position on Arbitrum since here. So I think I'm gonna add more around here. So let's see. I'm gonna try to get. So I think we can buy Arbitrum around like the next retracement around 1.6 or 1.5 if that low, because like it's a bit similar like Say last time. I short it. Okay, I got it around here, 2 cents, and then yeah, I think we can go here, but if not, along the way I'm gonna entry on Arbitrum again. And there is another one that's still the one that overperformed since October, Chainlink, and it's not, and it's a little bit lagging right now, but I think Chainlink still have potential, because like the one that make me gain the most since October is Link, Solana, and Injective, but I think Link can still be performing like Solana and Injective. So my target for Link is gonna be like 30. So we just opened this yesterday. We got it yesterday around here. So my target for Chainlink is 30, because like we got it around here. And okay, on the 3 days we got like oversold around here. So I think it's fine. And this is the most important, guys. This is kind of like complex. Like I talk about this on Twitter. Okay, I'm gonna talk slowly about this. So I got like bias, like, oh, why all steer? So I'm gonna change to Injective. So okay, so this is, oh my god, where is, oh oh my god, skip it. Actually, like I'm gonna talk about like Injective, Say, and Tia. So 3 of these. Okay, I'm gonna talk about this. So since I've been trading like Injective since the beginning, and I realized something. I really realized something when Injective got rejected or like sidewaying. So somehow the volume from Cosmos ecosystem is gonna move. So that's why like I pick Say the next. All right. So I pick Say, and I'm down with Say. And Say is kind of like, like don't know what to do right now. Maybe like going up again or down. And I think say is done because like this is my full target on say. So what next? Next is if my method is right. So I got right the second time on from injection to say, and the third time I'm really betting on Tia. So which is like I've been calling from Twitter like, oh, I'm so bullish on Tia because like the volume from Cosmos ecosystem is gonna be moving from one to one, from the best one to the best one to the best one, the second one, and the third. So I think the third best is Tia right now. So don't sleep on Tia, guys. And last but not least, underperform. I got Conflux. This is Chinese coin. Why I pick Conflux? Because like I'm biased. I got biased like a narrative like maybe it's gonna be play out next month because it's Chinese New Year, Korean. So maybe like some Chinese token is gonna be it is going to be pumped because like look at this like Conflux is still not performing yet. Like I've been holding Conflux since last month I think, and I just saw it today like on the daily we got like a Gartley, a mini Gartley. This is just created yesterday from the Red Week. So we got the mini Gartley, and we got the big bat, the big bullish bat around here. So I still haven't found the target yet, but my previous target, thing I still got Conflux. So this is my previous Conflux that's still open and still not stop loss yet. I opened since November, so at least 28 cents for Conflux. So don't sleep on Conflux, guys. All right, I'm done. Thank you, guys.
Awesome. Thank you, Jay. As great as usual. Yeah. Don't be afraid when everything is cheap. Might be our last day before the real pump. Yeah. Thank you so much, Jay. How about Dylan? Can you hear us?
Yes. I'll go. Hope everyone's doing well. Let me just share my screen quickly.
Yes.
There we go. Yeah. Let's start off with Bitcoin. Jay did actually go over it, but I'll just go over what I'm thinking. So basically, I'm still quite bullish on Bitcoin. The only reason why I'm bullish on Bitcoin is because it's trading within this flag over here. So if you look on the daily and the 4 hour, I would only start to flip bearish if price actually closes below like 42 to 41,800 in terms of like the overview, overall market, like in terms of the weekly and the daily. But overall, the market is still like holding this level. If price manages to close below 41,800 on like the 4 hour time frame, then I would start to flip bearish and we should see like lower targets. But as long as price stays within this range, then it is still in a bullish.
Sorry, Dylan. Dylan, sorry.
Yeah.
We cannot see your screen. Sorry.
Oh, thank you. Oh, there we go. Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, there you go. Now we can.
Yeah, I was going to go on a whole tangent there. Thank you. So basically for Bitcoin, this is like what I'm looking at, right? So as long as price stays, at around about above 41,800, which is the support here, and also this trend line, then I would remain bullish in terms of like the daily and the 4 hour. But if price starts to close below here, then I would start to flip bearish in terms of the higher time frames. So overall, like if price, just trades within this range, then we should see a bit more upside. But to be honest, I did actually take a short on Solana. I will go over that now. It was just based on I'll go over it, but essentially Bitcoin, I'm expecting more downside, to be honest. There is news. News actually just came out now. Quickly just want to see what happened. It was, I think, news for the dollar. Over here, unemployment claims. Yeah, so it's. I mean, lately you can't really trust the news in terms of correlation. It used to be correlated pretty much inversely proportional to the dollar, but lately it hasn't really. But obviously, we still have to look at the news. So this is bullish for the dollar, and we do have a little bit of news at 5:30 as well. So watch out for that when that happens. But I am short-term bearish in terms of Bitcoin because, Bitcoin is still holding this level here on like the 30-minute and the 15-minute time frame. So if price manages to close above, 43,400, then I would be like, okay, I might take a long back up to like 44,600, 44,800. But as long as price stays below this level here, I am short-term like bearish in terms of like the lower time frames. But on the higher time frames, it is kind of bullish still. So don't get me wrong in terms of my bias, but basically, as long as price stays above 42 to 41,800, then I remain on the bullish side. Yeah. And then for Ethereum over here, I think it was similar to Jay. So what I'm expecting here is, we obviously broke below this level here with quite a bit of volume. So this candle here, you can see that it's highlighted, which means that there was a lot of volume, and that was yesterday's candle. So same thing with ETH in terms of Bitcoin. We need to see HDR earlier. So yeah, ICP is one of the coins I'm interested in for the next bull run. And then which other coin I was going to look at? I was going to look at ARB. ARB has been pumping a lot lately. I think Jay just went over that as well. You can see that, we broke above this daily high over here. So I would expect price to at least come back down to retest this level again. Maybe you can see yesterday we did actually take out those longs, but I would expect more of the retracement back down to the zone at 1.6 for a potential setup to actually accumulate some more. But yeah, overall, the market is still bullish. We just need to hold. Bitcoin does need to hold. That's, I think it was 41,800 on the 4-hour time frame, and then I would start to flip more on the bearish side. But yeah, overall, still looks good.
Awesome. Thank you, Dylan. We saw one of the question asked from the comment. One of the question is, can Bitcoin pump as well as altcoin? So any thoughts about this question?
So can Bitcoin pump? What do they mean? Like in terms of?
Yeah, the question is, can Bitcoin pump as well as altcoins, such as like XRP or LTC, some altcoins like that?
Yeah, so I think personally, I want to see. I would only look for a long for Bitcoin. I would only expect a pump for Bitcoin if we see a break of 43,450. Like I would want to see a 30-minute candle closure above this resistance over here, because you can see on the left, right, this zone over here on the smaller time frames is what's holding Bitcoin at the moment, right? So we need to see Bitcoin close above the zone, and if Bitcoin closes above here on the 30-minute time frame, then I would expect Bitcoin to come back up to 44K, and then obviously the altcoin should follow that too. But until this happens, I wouldn't take a long for Bitcoin at this level. I would have to see a 30-minute or a 1-hour candle closure above 43,450. So I'll be patient and wait for that, and then I would look for longs.
Okay, thank you.
No worries.
Boris, do you have any thoughts or want to share something here?
Yeah, let me share some of the assets I'm looking at this week. So yeah, not that many overperformers this week due to the pullback that we had yesterday with the potential ETF news, but there are a couple that are outperforming the overall market. So the first one is LDO. So on the weekly chart here, we could possibly confirm breakout pending the weekly close. So we still have like 3.5 days to go until the weekly candle closes. But if LDO does close like this, then there's nothing really stopping it from continuing much higher. So yeah, I'm gonna put this on my watch list for the end of the week. I think if it closes like this, there's probably gonna be some resistance at this initial intraday high at like $3.87, but then beyond that, it could probably hit like $5, and then ultimately like higher numbers. And then the other one I'm looking at is Aptos.
So yeah, Aptos in comparison to Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the other altcoins, it's having a nice week. It's up 14% on the week. I did pull back yesterday, but the dip was quickly bought up. And yeah, I like the look of this chart. It broke the trend line in October, and now it's just continuing to go up. So I could probably see it heading up to maybe $13 or so. So yes, this is another one I'm watching. And then yeah, apart from that, nothing that interesting in the altcoins sector. For Bitcoin, I pretty much agree with with Dylan and Jay. So we did have the pullback, or the almost, you could call it a flash crash yesterday. But really we're just back in the middle of the range. So I think the range will ultimately be resolved depending on like what the actual decision is from the SEC on the ETF. I think maybe we can discuss this later, but depending on if it's a denial or approval, this range is gonna break either which way. So yeah, that's what I got for this week.
Thank you so much, Boris. Yeah. The rumor of spot BTC ETF is buzzing around social media, and which led to some like the pullback yesterday to today. Maybe we can discuss this question later. It's quite interesting, and a lot of people really pay attention on it. Thank you so much, Boris. Okay. Who wanna be the next to share something? Tango and Ayanfendara?
Yeah, let me share our screen real quick. I don't want to take too much time.
Okay, cool.
You guys see my screen?
Yeah, very clear.
Right. So yeah, I do agree with the market overview the guys just made. I think we're right now back at the middle of the range. Nothing really spectacular happened. It was just a bad news, kind of a sell the news event yesterday. Pretty much the problem was that around 500 million longs were liquidated. So that kind of tells a story about the flush to the downside. But other than that, we just we're trading on the normal range. Bitcoin was actually trying to break out the 44,500 to 45K area. It couldn't do it, and then we got this kind of news. So we got the sell-off. But if you see intermediate or long term, the narrative is still the same. We're still range bound trading. The lows were actually around 40K, so it bounced pretty clearly here. Bulls stepped in there, and we're now back in the middle of the range. So I don't think the narrative has changed in the mid to long term. Maybe shorter term, we could see some bearish divergence between Bitcoin, Ethereum, and some other altcoins. But I don't expect this narrative to change still. We could actually see some more consolidation and see if we can retest the 45K area if that's the bullish case. But I think we need to let the chart repair a little bit. On the bearish scenario, we can break this sort of a bear flag right here. We could definitely some lower price. We can definitely see some lower prices to the 41 to 40K area. That's pretty much it. I don't want to add any extend myself too much.
Thank you for the sharing, Tango. Looking forward to the next sharing on the question part. Thank you so much. Ayanfendara, hi.
Hi. Okay, so let me just it's nothing really much because virtually almost the same thing. But let me just share my screen.
Okay.
Can you see my screen?
Yes, pretty
Okay.
good.
Oh, okay, all right. Good thing. Okay, so as at yesterday, yesterday, so for me on BTC, I've always been on the okay, BTC is currently consolidating, and due to what is going to happen in the markets on January 3rd and January 10th. So I already took. I didn't enter a position, just looking at the direction, just for the noise, to be clear. But apparently, I was okay, if the news happen to be true, the BTC is going to skyrocket. But gradually, the narrative that came out yesterday led to the downfall. But still, it didn't break the consolidation phase, which I highlighted it to be. It didn't go below 40K, and neither did it go above 46K. So we are still in the ranging period. So there's not really much thing to talk about there because it didn't break that point. So it's still ranging. Though a lot of people were wiped out from the market due to those who opened a leverage position, and of course, so they were wiped out from the market. I didn't take a position on that. For me, it's still consolidating, and the noise is all about the ETF, and we're still going to talk about it though. So for me, for BTC, it's still consolidating, and the one I had, or I placed a trade on, was our ICP. I checked some tokens. Let me see ICP. Okay, Internet Computer. So that was the one I placed a trade on. All right, so apparently I got out even before it could do massively well from where it is, because I have been observing it and took a look at it. So just put it shaded. But eventually I even got out of the market before, because it was at the point it was misbehaving. So I just get out of the market before the whole saga waiting went skyrocket up, and indeed, and it's still performing well, though. It's still performing well. For a long-term perspective, for me, for ICCP, it's a good token. It's a good token, and the only issue I have with it is just the supply. Okay, that's the only issue I have with ICP, the token, and based on what they are building, if care is not taken, it's going to return back to its position as it was in 2021 before the fall happened. Yeah, and another token on my radar is well. Yeah, this is a very strong token. Even though there's sorry, what is it? Let me check. It should be in my history. Okay, yeah, this is it. Yeah. So another token in my radar here is well. This is not for future trading, or it's just for a long term holding. Like I've been looking for a best position to buy, or the best position for you to get in to hold. And one of the reasons why I take well is a DeFi project. Yeah, and the backers. A lot of people are hiding behind the project, including BlackRock. Yeah, a lot of people are hiding behind the projects. Nobody knows much about it yet. But by the time it starts to do well, now let's check something. I think the first time I got on it, which was around 0.003 something or so. So let me check something. Oh, I think my network is kind of slow. Yeah. Can we see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right, good. So this is more. Okay, so you can add it as part of your bull run assets if you haven't. So by the way, it's not a financial advice. Let me just say that because this is cryptocurrency. The market is volatile. And, so let's take a look at something. Like I said, a lot of big projects are hiding behind the what's it called, the project. So what's this repo price? sorry, historical data. The price is going on a monthly. Now, is it monthly? Where is it? It got to 0.003 open. Oh, not this. Let me try to check my market cap. Or it's like I'm trying to show price. I've been on it since. Yeah. Yeah. So at 0.003, right? And also October, I think it was around that time that it was, yeah, although my plan for it was to get to 0.001. Unfortunately, it did not get to the price before the market started to skyrocket. And it got to 0.01. Was it not last 2 weeks or so? Yeah, it got to 0.01. But now it's back to 0.007. So any moment, like even it goes down below 0.007, I keep getting more on it through this year. Although the circulating supply is very massive. Let me show you something about it. It has about 5 billion. Yeah, it has about 5 billion right now. Taking a look at the maximum supply and the circulating supply, the price is too high for that. So by the time the token will be released, the price should drop further. But due to the fact that there's going to be a lot of adoption in the crypto space, and people are going to get back into the market due to the noise and everything, and also the backers, the people behind the project. I believe it's going to get to 0.1, and the price shouldn't go below 0.001. And so it's one of the projects on my radar. So another one on my radar, I think I'll actually share more because of time. So maybe it's another time I can share down, but just take note of what. Now, it's not a point for you to trade. If you're looking for quick profit or a scalper, well, it's not a coin for you to trade. You know, but if you are looking for a coin that you can hold for a long time, for a long position, I can suggest that you should go with it, but not a financial advice. Cryptocurrency, crypto market is volatile, and do your own research before you can say you want to get on any particular project. Yeah, so this is just for information purpose and for enlightenment, not for financial advice. All right, so thank you. But like I said, for BTC, what is it? This one is R&D. For BTC, we are still in a consolidation moment for me until break until break AR40 or 40 or 46. Yeah. So until break let me show on a 1 week so that you can see where I pick it from. Yeah. So until break this phase, which is 46. Or it goes below 40. So we are still in a consolidation phase for me. All right. So that is that. So now, like I said, I've always have this price from there just to share the direction of the markets, you know, the stages where we are in the market. So I've always leave it there. So if it not break this, if it not break the 46 and 40, we are still in a consolidation moment. And if it goes below 40, that means we are ready for another set of down moment, which is going to be the last leg or the last phase for the bear market before who comes in powerfully. So that is if we go below that price. Okay. So yeah, thank you.
Thank you, Anya. Thank you so much. Thank you for the sharing. Yeah, but apart from the like all the coins we discussed before. I don't know. Anyone remember the coin name TRB? We said it last week, and I remember Jay actually is really back on me. So we can saw TRB experienced a very shocking fluctuation, rising from 100 to over 700 in a few hours, and then just immediately dropping back to around like 100. So we also noticed that some our audience is asking similar questions in the comment section. They want to know what is the future of TRB. Anyone who has some idea here?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right. Let me show something.
Okay.
So please let me share my screen. You know, once we have the understanding of the markets, the way everything is, I think that's very, very, easy to understand. Being in the crypto space for a very long time, I've witnessed two cycles now. I've been able to realize that the market doesn't just move by charts alone. There are lots of activities that goes on around the market. So if we are just focusing on the chart alone, we are going to miss a lot of things. And likewise, if you are only focusing on the other things and you ignore the charts, you're also going to miss a lot of things. Now, taking a look at TRB just with the economics alone, looking at this, the circulating supply is very, very low. I mean, and likewise the total supply very low, 2.5 million. I mean, what's 2.5 million compared to the current market capitalization of the total crypto market? And the project on its own, it's not just anyhow project. It's currently on major crypto exchanges. So for the token to be currently on major crypto exchanges, it means that they are actually working on something, and they keep on, improve on their utilities and the likes. So now when we had it that it's skyrocketed to over 600, close to around 700, it's a what's it called? It's more like a baller for me. But at the same time, when we had it drop down massively to almost immediately, it's also a signal to me. The signal could be probably someone is trying to do some pumping or trying to do something. But let's take a look at the analytic part of it now. It's currently just 7,000 orders. Now, with 7,000 orders, with a coin having just 7,000 orders, it even means that not a lot of people are actually holding the coin, and not a lot of people, they might be aware of the coin, but probably they are aware of the coin or they are not interested, or they are interested in the coin, but they don't even know the coin. Now, let's do something. Let's currently check the percentage of people holding the coin. And one of the things that can actually happen in the market, and which is one of the things the security and education are trying to avoid, which is price manipulation and crypto manipulation, the irregularities in the market. Because the major people that will be affected when it comes to price manipulation or irregularities in the crypto. What's it called now? They are not the institutions. Can we see me?
Yes.
Hello, can we hear me? Yeah,
we can.
At the retail investors. Now, take a look at this. Currently, Binance is holding 29.8% of the token. Well, I won't want to say much about that, but then let's just ignore that part. Now look at other people that are holding the. We have this particular wallet holding symbol for a particular address to be holding 29% of the token, and it belongs to a particular, it tells a lot about what is actually going on inside the whole store. Okay. And I've also witnessed a particular project on another particular exchange, and I saw the whole thing that happened in the whole market, how that particular token was very, very massively, and also the same token dropped massively. And when I went to the back end to do some analysis on it, I saw the people behind the whole store. So when it comes to tokens like this, it's very easy for it to skyrocket very well. Why? The supply is very low, the circulating. So when you look at the number of orders are very, very few. Okay. So, and of course, noise happen. The communities also play a role in the market. And if a big investor got, I don't want to use the term weighs down, pump in its money, a lot of things could have caused the price to skyrocket immediately, and at the same time to dump immediately. So that's just my own simple take on it. So I know others have some few things to talk about it. All right, thank you.
Thank you very much. Sounds really awesome. Thank you, Anya. Jay, something you want to share?
Yeah. Let me share this here. Yeah, like we talked last. Anya, sorry. Can you turn off your screen? Thank you. Okay, I'm gonna share mine. Yeah, like we talked last time. Okay, you guys see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah. Look at this tree. What's similar about this? Okay, what's similar about this? Like I told you before, like we make U, and we're done. So that's TRB. I think TRB is done for now. So the next time TRB is on the bottom, that's my spot buy. That's not my derivative buys, because like I still not 100% entry my spot, maybe just 30% on my spot. So the next time TRB hit lowers, I think so. Okay, I'm gonna zoom it on TRB. Hello. TRB. Okay. So I'm using 3 days on this. My target for TRB is maybe it's taking this low, this higher low. So I think TRB is done for now, just for now. Okay, because like it hit the highs. So TRB knows now. So this is TRB highs for now. But right now TRB still haven't really touched the bottom yet. So I think 74 or the 200 EMA on the 3 days, I think is a good buy. So 74.45 is a good buy. And yeah, so the next time TRB go around this area, so this is your spot buy. But right now, still too expensive, guys. Really, like because I still remember like I bought it around 15 or 20 around here. I think like last year. So this is the good price for you guys to buy for TRB. So yeah, don't go long on TRB anymore. That's it. Thank you, guys.
Thank you so much, Jay. Yeah, be patient. Yeah, especially for like the suddenly rise and suddenly drop the coins like that. Thank you so much, Jay. Okay, so let's move to the next part, which we have prepared a lot of really interesting questions for today. Let me share my screen now. Okay, can everyone see my screen right now?
Yes.
Cool. So the first question is about the rumor of the ETF. So the rumor actually is buzzing around social media and leading to significant price volatility in Bitcoin, right? Is this an opportunity to buy the dip, or should we wait for more clarity on ETF approval before taking action?
Let me share my opinion on this. I think we discussed this before regarding the BTC ETFs discussion. I do think that this is priced in already on Bitcoin. I believe that what started the whole bull run back in October 2023 was this ETF mania going around, and we've seen this amazing bull run until the end of the year. So I pretty much think that the move is because of this. So I think that it is already priced in. It will probably be, in my opinion, a sell the news kind of event if we get a confirmation of approval of the SEC about an ETF. This is usually what happens with markets. I mean, that's why, at least myself, I don't know about you guys, but that's why I focus on technical analysis and price action. I think that because price is what discounts everything. So all the information is already on the price. What I mean by this is that when you get the news and when you get the fundamentals and you actually understand what was behind the move, it's probably already too late. So I think the price that we've seen, the significant increase in price that we've seen since October last year, is it's telling us that we might see an eventual approval of the ETF. So that's just my thesis. So I do not expect a big move when the approval comes, if it comes. We still don't know about that. I know that SEC is pretty picky about it. So they're asking for a lot of clarity, regulation wise to the ETF proponents. So this is probably what's going to happen, is that we definitely will see some volatility as we saw yesterday. Each time you get news, which, by the way, I think I read that those news were fake. It was not pretty well fundamented, that the SEC was saying that they were not going to approve. I think it was later on the day debunked, but the damage was already done. We saw that mini flash crash yesterday. So we're definitely going to see some more volatility moving forward, because there's a lot of traders and institutions pending on these news. So we're definitely going to see some volatility moving forward. So we will have to be very picky with our risk parameters and make sure you don't get caught in the news volatility, because that's what can get you shaken out of the market.
Thank you so much, Tango. Thank you for the sharing. Anyone has like other opinions of this question? Boris, Dylan?
Yeah, I would say definitely, for this kind of, I guess, event, since it doesn't happen that often that we get, this is like a big potential news event that's like very fundamental. So I don't think technical analysis is gonna be as useful as it usually is, because as we saw yesterday, there was so is the view from that analyst at MicroStrategy who said that he doesn't think the SEC will be approving the ETF, and then we saw price crash down to 40,000, so moved like 10% in a matter of minutes. So that just goes to show you how news driven this market is currently. So I would definitely wait for, or at least I'm personally waiting for an official decision from the SEC before putting on any like major risk or like putting on any swing positions. I think if you're like scalping, it's okay, but like I definitely don't want to be leaving positions overnight in this kind of market environment until we get more clarity from the SEC on the ETF. So yeah, that's my opinion.
Thank you, Boris. Yes, waiting for an official decision is always important. Yeah, anyone has opinions for this question so far?
Yeah, I think I agree with Tango and Boris. Tango went quite into depth with it, and I agree 100% with them. So, and also for Boris, for me, it's a bit different because I'm more like a scalper, but I agree with opening up swing position. It is a bit risky in this environment because especially I think this month, January, is going to be like, there's going to be a lot of volatility. So people just need to watch out in terms of risk. But yeah, we would have to wait and see like what the decision is and when it comes out, because in order for us to actually put a lot of risk on the table. So I agree with both views.
Okay, yeah. Can I share my screen?
Yes, let me stop the sharing. Okay.
So thank you. Let me first. Now, yesterday we had a market, crash yesterday, more like a crash. Our BTC down to about 40,000. Okay. When it comes to news like this, of course, I was actually expecting either a pump or a dump, because the whole essence of the thing is just to get people either out of the market, to get more people into the market. But then there are three, not three actually, there are more than three major players that has to do with the Bitcoin ETF. So we have BlackRock, we have ARK, we have each other. We have four of them, and currently BlackRock is ready to put $10 million seed fund for the ETF, and which they plan giving it out at $25 per share. So, and I know we know what ETF is, right? Which is the exchange traded fund, and for Bitcoin, it's more like last week we talked about we rather be buying the Bitcoin ETF or the normal Bitcoin, well, and of which majority of us, including me, said we are definitely going for the Bitcoin ETF now. But here is the thing: now people going for Bitcoin ETF, I think they will be majorly people who does not really operate with Bitcoin. They don't really know how Bitcoin works, but because of probably some of them have been investing in stock markets. They buy shares, so they can easily go with a Bitcoin ETF, because Bitcoin ETF, the way it works is more like a mutual fund where a lot of people put their funds together just to buy Bitcoin, then they will share it among themselves. But with Bitcoin, normally, you can, even if you can't afford one full Bitcoin, you can still buy satoshis of Bitcoin. So, which is very easy. Just go to the platform and buy it. But some people don't really trust exchanges. They don't trust exchanges, especially based on what has actually happened in the crypto market, the collapse of FTX, and the bank, some other crypto exchanges. So some don't really trust exchanges because they don't know what could happen to their money anytime. So now ETF coming in, it means that those ones can actually go to their broker, not crypto exchanges now, just like the way they buy normal shares, the Apple shares or Tesla shares. So they can buy BTC. But this time around, they are going to be buying BTC not at the price, not at the current price of BTC. For, let's say, BTC is trading for 45,000. So they are going to be buying BTC ETF at either $25 or $35. Okay, but which is not actually the original price for Bitcoin itself. So it's just more of the BTC ETF is just more like for other people to also come into the space to get Bitcoin, but not buying Bitcoin itself directly. It's just like presenting something for you, which, okay, Bitcoin is an underlying asset for this, but if you buy this, let me use the book for example. If you buy this book BTC, let's assume that BTC is the underlying asset for a book. So if you buy the book, it's synonymous to you buying Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is the underlying asset for the book. So that is the similar thing that Bitcoin ETF is. And now, what really caused the major drawdown that we had for Bitcoin yesterday was the announcement of because Matrix Point is considered to be an expert in the crypto space. It's just the announcement of the of Matrix Port's opinion concerning that SEC, that is Securities and Exchange Commission, they are going to reject Bitcoin spot ETF. Now, because of Matrix Spot is being considered as one of the experts in the crypto space, and having forecasted a lot of things. So the opinion alone weighed the market down. Because Matrix Point also have the relation, they have that relationship with security and exchange. They have the relationship with SEC. So when Matrix Point announced that, okay, what the stated through the article here, if you look at through the article here, you will be able to see they stated their reason why they believe that SEC is going to reject the spot Bitcoin. Can we see me? Can we see me?
Yes.
Oh, I think Can we hear me? Okay. So they stated their reason why they believe that SEC is going to reject BTC ETFs. Now, when I read through the summary, the executive summary, even though some of it does this really matter? But then it's still old water. Okay, it's still old water. Now, for BlackRock or now what they are trying to do and what SEC is trying to do, because SEC is trying to process about 10 of the application of BTC ETF applications. SEC does not want just a particular fund manager to be like a vantage point, to be at the vantage point, being that they are the first set of people to start operating BTC ETF. Okay, so now by January 10, we are going to know the opinion of Securities and Exchange Commission, which is going to play a major role in the market. Now, if BTC ETF is being accepted, of course, there's going to be a wider acceptance for BTC, but at the same time, being that the price is not really controlled by what is actually happening to BTC itself, it's likely for it to be easily manipulated. And which one of the things that SEC formally now in quote now, which is one of the things SEC is trying to avoid, especially for retail investors, because they are the one that will be at a disadvantage if the price of things start getting manipulated. So concerning the price, well, if you are a trader, now the best advice is just to wait for what is for aftermath of the news. And if one wants to trade, one shouldn't go all in. But if someone is if you are a holder, you don't need to worry, because whether the price comes down or the price goes up, your position is still intact. So it only means that the value of your position has either increased or decreased, but you are still going to be holding that same amount of token you are holding. And it is very certain that when bulls run come, like when we are finally into bull run massively, you are going to make massive profit from your holding. So for traders we just wait for the result or from the outcome of SEC. But if one is a holder, there's no point in fidgeting. Okay, maybe I should sell off, or maybe I should just just hold, take your, so far you are holding the right coin. Okay, so that's just my own. We can go through the article, so we can just see this and take one or two things from it. All right, so thank you very much.
Okay, that's so awesome. Thank you, Anya. Thank you so much. Okay, so speaking of ETF, is inevitable to discuss the SEC, right? So let's move on to our next question. Let me share my screen again. Yes, so according to the latest SEC filing, MicroStrategy has sold 315,000 shares of MSTR, and many speculate that seller Macro is trying to buy BTC before the ETF approval. So how do you interpret this news? And will seller? Thank you so much. Yeah, actually, I really agree with you guys. Anyone want to share about this question?
Oh, okay. Can we hear me?
Yes, yes.
I totally agree with Boris and Tango, and just like you said, he's just putting his money where he knows that his mouth is. This is not really a news that should get everyone excited. But it's, of course, if you are in crypto, you should be excited about it. But it doesn't really change a team whether it's going to drive the market up or it's going to put the market down. It just shows that okay, this man is trying to position even ahead of the curve. Because he must have seen okay, what will happen if there's ETF approval? It's not for the product, it's for himself. So okay, what will happen? And he knows that okay, a lot of things happening in the crypto space. We are gradually going into the market now. A lot of people will be putting in their money. It's just like saying that okay, because the image or the interpretation should be given to this. Okay, so person has put so amount of money into this thing. For this person to put this amount of money, I believe that thing has a lot of value. So it's just a way of letting people come to the awareness that okay, we are going back into a lot of people are already putting their resources back into Bitcoin. So that's just what I see about it. All right, thank you.
Thank you so much, Anya. Yes, exactly. Okay, so let's move on to the next question. It's about we have observed a surge in market funding rates up to 66%. So does this indicator have any significance for trading, and how should we interpret the market logic behind this indicator?
Yeah, so yeah, in my opinion, I think when funding gets overly high, that does tend to not always, but it does tend to like mark tops in Bitcoin. So actually that's kind of like a red flag for me because it just means that people are getting very very euphoric and frothy and maybe even over leveraged. So yeah, the way I interpret it is like too many people are positioned on the same side, too many people are long, and that's probably why we saw that the big like liquidation cascade yesterday, just because everyone was positioned more towards the long side, and people had their stop losses in place. They got taken out, and that just caused like a whole cascade of liquidation. So yeah, I'd like to. I haven't checked the funding rate what it is now, but I would like to see it like decrease a bit before we continue going higher possibly. So yeah, that's my view on the funding rate. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I agree with Boris. It basically just means like the whole market's overbought and everyone's pretty much long in the market. But I was looking at the funding rates today. They've gone back down to neutral. So and also Bitcoin's in the middle of the range. So I don't think I think it was just yesterday, everyone was just too long in the market and then everyone just got liquidated and now it's back to neutral. So I don't think we have to worry about the funding rates at the moment, but it does signal like a potential top, and you can use it for technical analysis. I sometimes use it for like a short-term time frame. If most exchanges funding rates are high, then you could look at potentially taking some shorts if there is a signal like for a certain coin. But yeah, at the moment the funding rates are pretty much neutral.
Thank you so much, Dylan. Yes, exactly. Jay, do you want to say something?
Oh yeah, no, I'm just agree with Dylan and Boris. Like, I checked yesterday, when we all like some of us getting liquidated, the funding rate is getting reset, and I think it's fine right now, and everyone is fair, so it's good. That's what we want because like yesterday is too hot, really hot, so I don't think we can go up again. So that's why like what's go up must go down, and what's stack, I think we go up again. Okay, thank you guys.
Thank you so much. Yes, agree with Dylan, Boris, and Jay. And yeah, the sentence is about like decrease a bit before we continue going higher. Let's move on to the next question is about the GameFi actually. Yes, so in the bull market, GameFi is a track that should not be ignored. Looking at the chart below, maybe we should pay more attention to near. What are your thoughts on near and its ecosystem? Any thoughts?
For me, because like I'm a GameFi freak, I play a lot of game like Illuvium, big time. So beside of trading, like I'm a gamer. On your ecosystem, I don't think there is a lot of option right now. But when I saw in here, there is one on Clayton. So Clayton got Wemix behind it, and Solana got a lot of it. And Arbitrum is still building, so I don't think Near is building right now. But maybe in the future there is like a lot of Near gaming, But on Polygon we saw a lot on Polygon. So and BNB we got that since last cycle, and I think right now the one that you should care of is Immutable X. IMX. So that because like a lot of good gaming, AAA gaming is building off on IMX. So watch out on IMX right now. Okay, I think I'm done. So what you guys thought? Dylan, Boris, Tango?
Yeah,
I feel the same as Jay. I don't think I don't know. I wouldn't think Near is one of the biggest like gaming sectors. I would probably look at like Polygon more so than Near, but maybe like I would have to do a bit more research into that. I would think that Polygon would be a bit better in terms of like the gaming sector. What are your thoughts on that?
and just looking at it from a technical perspective, because I don't know much about the fundamentals of the ecosystem, but last month it was up like pretty incredible, like 94%. Did break above the 21 EMA on the monthly, so that's a pretty bullish sign. So just from a technical standpoint, I think Near looks pretty bullish. Probably should we could probably expect a pullback because last month, like I said, it had a 94% move up. So maybe it'll pull back in the short term, but the chart looks very, very bullish. I have nothing like bad to say about it. So just from like my technical say, like Near is probably going to be bullish, and it deserves, I guess, the ranking it currently has. So that's just my quick view.
Also, like I'm looking at the chart now, and I agree with Boris. I think a pullback to like 2.8, 2.9 would be a good area to go in for spot or potential swing long. That's what I would be looking at. The level is 2.8 to 2.4, around about those zones. I would wait, maybe put like a limit order there in terms of spots. But that's something that I would do.
What about the target, guys? What do you think? Yeah, maybe
Target.
You can go on. Yeah, you can go until 550-ish.
Yeah, 550, 5.59. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
I think that's a good level. But I mean, like if you're holding near and for the bull run, it could easily go back up to 17 or some highs, 19 or 20. But I mean, for short term, definitely 5.5.
Yeah, I agree. That's like the weekly resistance going back to, I guess, last year in August. So that'll probably be like the next logical target and then it could probably go if it can get above that level, it can probably go to like $8.50, and then the hot, but you know, one step at a time.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at the chart as well, and I mean on the weekly chart. I don't need, to be honest, I don't even have an idea what GameFi is. I don't do fundamentals, so I don't even care. Sometimes I just trade the price and I trade the asset itself. I don't go into details on what they do. So I'm just analyzing price here. On the weekly, I do see the, I mean, this thing went all the way up to 20-ish, and then it has a double top and went back to zero, basically. I mean, so I think, yeah, long term, it has a lot of things to prove, so to speak. So there's going to be probably a lot of overhead supply to break through. So yes, I think Boris said is one step at a time. Right now, it looks bullish on the daily time frame. So yeah, we definitely see 5 to 6 in the near term. But then we'll have to see if there's more buy-in coming in to see if we can test high prices.
Thank you so much. Yes. So very thank you for all of our guests today, and yes, for the upcoming analysis, I guess just waiting for the official decision, and don't FOMO or too much scared, and do more research and pay attention on CoinW and our professional traders analysis. Follow CoinW and our guest Twitter. A lot of info will share, and you can get the first-hand info and being the early bird here today. Yeah, so overall, I'd like to thank you everyone for joining this inspiring discussion today. Please take care and see you next time. Goodbye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye, guys.
See you
Bye.
guys.
Bye-bye. Cheers.
All
Bye-bye.
right, guys. Bye.
Cheers.
Nice.